श्रावण पौर्णमी पूर्वस्थ शुक्रवारे. Today is that auspicious occasion of Varalakshmi Vrata, or referred to as Sri Varamahalakshmi in many parts of the South India, and don't think that the North of India is bereft of this. In fact, Varalakshmi, the word, it appears in Lakshmi Ashtotram, and the straight meaning would be the one who grants the boons as and when the devotee legitimately asks for it. That's Varalakshmi. The other meaning, what my Acharya used to state, which I have also rendered in my discourses, is Varam stands for saffron, kesar, and anything which is very auspicious, especially sweets that we make, we include saffron as a mark of our love, respect and devotion to Lakshmi. So Varalakshmi also indicates that the one who is as auspicious and as kesar hued as Varam. So on this auspicious occasion, I thought of addressing a lot of my friends, well-wishers and some of my followers on this new initiative that we have embarked on. And first of all, I must thank a big number of people who have registered in just about 12 hours for the course. So what is this all about? So I'm cautioning you, it's like the disclaimer before the movies. Whatever I'm going to speak is going to take little time, so it may be a long video. Either make time for it or you can listen to it in installments to get the quintessence of what I'm going to speak. Abhinava e-Patashala is the name of this initiative. You can call it the larger umbrella. Something which has been going in my mind for a very long time. Of course, the world was very different before March 2020. So probably I was lethargic and was delaying the process of it. And the thought that struck me, before which I have embarked on as a project, a mission now, is how to dispense Vedic or Indic knowledge to the masses. We have known that Gurukula system has been a very successful format that the gurus used to dispense knowledge of. But what we also need to understand is, in those days, it was much easier because you had a guru. During the times of Rama, you had a Vasishtha, you had Vishwamitra, you had Vamadeva, you had Gautama, you had Shatananda. Later during Krishna's times, you had Vyasa, we had Sandipani, many gurus. And of course, during our Acharya's time, we had many. So for Shankara Bhagavad Pada, he had Govinda Bhagavad Pada. For Ramanuja, he had many, 5 Acharyas. Same is the case with Madhvacharya and many gurus. It was easier in the sense because you could have a very good relationship with the Acharya. It was like a family. The Guru Mata was like another mother. The Guru was another father. But in the last 200 years, especially in the last 100 years, especially in the last 50 years, and especially in the last 20 years, we have been in different corners of the world. And we should thank technology for bridging us all together. So why not leverage technology to dispense knowledge of our civilization? So when I say our civilization, we are in no way trying to undermine or underestimate any other civilization. Personally, fortunately, I have had the opportunity to speak in over 23 countries, and I've been to all of them. Each country is so beautiful, and their culture, their belief system needs to be respected. At the same time, in the larger Indian subcontinent, and let me talk in the Indian context, we say that yes, our civilization is so great, I love our civilization, this is what my grandmother used to do, fine. But are we doing enough to imbibe that knowledge in us, acquire that knowledge and pass that knowledge to others? Of course, there should, after you acquire knowledge, it doesn't stop there. It has to lead to internalizing and then realization, sakshatkaram and so on. Let's keep that aside. At least acquiring the knowledge is a first step. So we have plenty of avenues. Today there's no dearth of avenues, but which one is suitable to us? Will that cater me? Will that cater my genre? Will that cater my generation? Will they speak in my language? Will that be relatable? A lot of questions to surmount this doubt. So we have embarked on this mission of starting this Abhinava e-Patashala. Abhinava stands for modern or contemporary. The word modern itself, some people think that the word modern is polluted. No. Our poets have remarked, just because something is new, do not discard it. Just because something is traditional or old doesn't mean you'll have to blindly accept it. This is what Kalidasa states, this is what Vedanta Deshika states. Most of our poets have been very, very liberal. They have said, follow that which you are convinced with. Ask questions. This is what our civilization is all about. Of course, we may not get answers at one go. Give it some time. Your experience will give you those answers. So, the entire thought process is, the word modern or contemporary is put into the word Abhinava. E, of course, stands for something which is internet based, virtually done. And Patashala is a very old word. So it's the bridging, the E bridges Patashala, which is traditional, the Guru Sishya Parampara, and Abhinava, which is modern. So Abhinava e-Patashala is a larger umbrella. Under this, we are trying to create a lot of courses. For example, you go to a Mumbai University, a Delhi University, IITs or Madras University, you have a lot of courses, right? Let's take a university, it will have BA Arts, it will have BA Political Science, or it could have BSc Geography. There are plenty of degrees. So let's call it courses for now. So under this Abhinava e-Patashala banner or umbrella, the first course that we are launching is going to be called Bharatiya Sara Bodhani. Bodhini. Some have raised these doubts. Bodhani generally stands for knowledge per se. Bodhini stands for the one who is also dispensing that knowledge. So here the knowledge is more important than me who is dispensing it. Of course, you will have a lot of love and regards for me, that's different, but we need to get off of this creating a cult around one person. It's the knowledge which should take precedence over a person. And I'm happy the way I am, but I'm very happy and fortunate that I have been blessed by my acharyas of such priceless knowledge. Now, the first course that I'm going to talk about is Bharatiya Sara Bodhani. What is Bharatiya? Anything which has to do with India, Indicness, Indianness, that's Bharatiya. Often we associate it with the word Indian, right? We are all Indians. I'm sure a lot of you abroad will also be listening. I'm happy that you're Germans, you're Americans. Be respectful towards your motherland. That's more important. Now, specifically talking about Bharatiya, what is Indianness or Indicness? It has to do more with the civilization perspective. So we have bequeathed a very, very rich, a priceless civilization, a living civilization, because I have been to Egypt. Egypt is beautiful. I am amazed at the monuments and I would love to visit the same country again. Same as Cambodia, same as talk about the Mesopotamian. They are all very old civilizations, Sumerian, Persian. But if you ask from a historian, from a historian's perspective, he will say that all these civilizations lived for a considerable time and they were very rich. But today, if you visit these countries, you may have certain ruins of those monuments left. That's all. The religion has changed, the landscape has changed, the languages has changed, the cuisines have changed, the belief system has changed. Surprisingly, Indic civilization, or historians call it the Indus Valley civilization, we call it the Vedic civilization. So that has managed to survive and live. Why? Because we have believed that acquiring knowledge, harnessing that, nurturing that, and selflessly passing it over to others is the only way to sustain a civilization. So Bharatiya Sara, Saram stands in Sanskrit for essence. Bodhani is knowledge. So the knowledge, the quintessential knowledge of Bharata, which is India or the larger Indian subcontinent. Please remember, today we have a certain boundary fixed to our country, but of course there is a question there whether we have marked those boundaries right. That's a different thing. Now we have a certain boundary and we call that particular land as India. But when you speak of our civilization, it started from Afghanistan, Pakistan, India, Nepal, Bhutan, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, Maldives, the Andaman and Nicobar Islands, and then you go to Thailand, you go to Myanmar, which is Brahmadesham, and then you go to Cambodia, you go to Laos, you go to Vietnam, come down, you have Malaysia and the big archipelago nation, which is Indonesia. So this is the larger Indian subcontinent, and you have the influence of our civilization felt everywhere. Maybe the percentage could vary. So the first course under Abhinava e-Patashala is Bharatiya Sara Bodhani. Now there will be many subjects under this course. Don't think that these subjects are, you can choose those subjects. No. You choose the course. The course is Bharatiya Sara Bodhani. Once you choose that course, all the subjects under it, you will have to attend e-classes. Nobody is going to sit on your head and ensure that you're going to attend e-classes. It's of course in your interest level and your dedication that you will want to attend, but I'll tell you what the subjects are. Now this Bharatiya Sara Bodhani is being offered in level 1 and level 2. I cannot give all the subjects at one go. It will be like information overload, or in Pilani jargons we used to call it overhead transmission, OHT. So I want neither to happen. So it's a slew of subjects that I'm offering. What is it? Level 1, Bharatiya Sara Bodhani, level 1. There will be 20 e-classes or e-lessons. So each e-lesson or e-class will be for 50 to 60 minutes, mostly 60 minutes. At times I may exceed by around 5 minutes. You have to give me that buffer. So how will this be distributed? There will be 4 e-lessons on the analysis of Ramayana. Remember, I am not going to narrate the story of Ramayana. I have 1,400 hours of video and audio discourses made for free public consumption on my website desikadaya.org, both in English and Tamil, for free. You can listen to them. I have narrated. So this is not narration, this is analysis. I will be taking every character and I'll be seeing the pros and cons of every character. It's a very, very blatant way of critically analyzing a work. So the first is going to be critical analysis of the Ramayana. That will take 4 e-classes. Then critical analysis of the Mahabharata, 4 e-classes. Then there is critical analysis of the Puranas, 3 e-classes, 4 plus 4 plus 3, 11. Then there will be 3 e-classes on appreciation of Sanskrit literature. So right from the times of Bhasa, Kalidasa, Bharavi, Magha, Sriharsha, Dandi, Mahendravarman, and we have Vedanta Deshika, we have Nilakantha Dikshita, we have Appaya Dikshita, we have Venkatadhvari Kavi, many poets, Bhartrhari. I think I've covered about 16 to 17 such towering personalities. So there will be 3 e-classes on the appreciation of Sanskrit literature. So 14 done. Now the remaining 6 is for appreciation of Indian history interspersed with Indian architecture. So right from the times of Paleolithic, Mesolithic, Neolithic, it's a Chalcolithic culture. And then we arrived at the Indus Valley civilization. So I'm going to talk about right from Mehedgarh site in Baluchistan to the Dholavira site. So what are the sites and what have we inferred from them? And then I will be covering the Mauryas, the Shungas, the Satavahanas, the Rashtrakutas, the Chalukyas. Chalukyas are Badami Chalukyas, you have the Kalyani Chalukyas, you have the Eastern Chalukyas, Western Ganga dynasty, Eastern Ganga dynasty, you've got Pallavas, you've got the Cholas, Cheras, Pandyas, Kakatiyas, you've got Palas, you've got Karkotas, and you've got Utpala dynasty. And when I'm going to talk about history, I'll be talking about certain important kings of that particular dynasty or regime, and then I'll be in detail, I'll be explaining some of the best examples, the classic examples of their architecture. So let's take, for a Chola architecture, you've got the Brihadishwara temple at Tanjavur, you've got the Airavatishwara temple in Darasuram, you've got the Gangaikonda Cholapuram Shiva temple. So I'll be explaining how this architecture is different from the Vettuvan Kovil, the Pandyan architecture, and then how is this different from a Ramappa temple of the Kakatiya regime. So it was built by a general of Ganapati Deva. So you will get to see all of this and I will be explaining. So you'll see me on the screen explaining and it will be illustrated on the other side. So it's a 3-month project. The day the lockdown was declared is when I came up with this project, and from then on every day I've been dedicating my time. I wouldn't be calling it dedicating, because this is my life. So I've been making time for this, and all of these lectures will be beautifully illustrated on your screen, as well as you will see me speaking, so that you get to see the sites and you see the explanation as well. So 20 e-lessons for Bharatiya Sarabodhani level 1 is over. Now after this, the next level 2, so to join level 2 you have to clear level 1. So level 2 will be in 2021. We need some gap. I would request you all to take the essence of what we have heard, work on it, or reapply for the course level 1 again and attend the e-classes. That's also another option. Level 2, that will have subjects like Introduction to the Vedas and Vedangas. There are 4 Vedas and Vedangas. Angam means allied subjects. So there are 6 parts. So 4 Vedas and 6 Vedangas. A lot of you will have this question. Shouldn't we begin with Vedam and Vedangam? That's the wrong approach. Anybody whom I hear, they will come up with this question. Sir, I want to learn Hinduism. So can I buy Bhagavad Gita? Bhagavad Gita is a PhD level topic. Let's begin with kindergarten. So Bhagavad Gita, Sarvopanishado Gavaha, Dugdha Gopalanandanaha, Parthovatsaha, Sudhir Bhokta, Dugdam Gitamrita Mahad. It is the essence of Upanishads. So we'll have to understand our Itihasas and Puranas well. That is why there is a shlokam which goes like Itihasa Purana Bhyam Vedam Samupabrahmayet Vibheti Alpashrutat Vedat Mamayam Pracharishyati. So we'll have to learn our basics well. The foundation should be very strong. So we have laid foundation in level 1. Level 2, Introduction to Vedas and Vedangas, Introduction to Nyaya and Mimamsa, Introduction to Vedanta. Vedanta in general is Upanishads. You can also take Vedanta Sutram of Badarayana coming into picture, and Bhagavad Gita. Then we will have Introduction to Ayurveda. It is one of our very important Vedic sciences. Then we will be dealing with appreciation of literature in regional Indian languages. Yes, we have done with Sanskrit literature. Now we'll have to understand what has Sangam literature, Tamil literature contributed. Right from the times of Silappadigaram to Tirukkural, the works of Alvars and Nayanmars. How rich is our Tamil tradition? How rich is the Telugu tradition? How beautiful is Amukta of Krishna Devaraya? The Mulla Ramayanam, the Ranganatha Ramayanam, so beautiful. Now, same is the case with Kannada, Malayalam, Marathi, Gujarati. I'll take up some parts of Urdu literature as well, then Bengali, then Hindi. So, we have a very, very rich, pluralistic society. At the same time, we all speak in one tone. So, there is a course called Appreciation of Regional Indian Languages, literature in those languages. Then there is appreciation of ancient Indian astronomy, ancient Indian astrology. Then there is mathematics. Then there is metallurgy. There is biological sciences. Then what else? Weaves, textiles, management. So you have these are all sciences that we didn't develop. Our ancestors have given so much of importance to the sciences as well. Do not think that our rishis did not know how to come up with sums and calculations and formulae. They have done it. They have done it in their own way. Why shouldn't we know of it? Then there is a subject in this level 2, which is influence of Hinduism in Southeast Asia. Right from Bantai Samre, Bantai Sprit to Angkor Wat and Siam Reap. Let's go even till Vietnam. How influential. You have a Kechak dance happening in Bali Island of the Indonesia country. So we have a very rich influence of Hinduism in Southeast Asia. Then, Comparative Religion. This is a course that I found it very interesting while I studied in Pilani. It was my elective course. How do I learn to know or understand the tenets, the philosophy, the theology, the belief system of other world religions? Yes, I respect my religion, but Indian civilization is so much so that we believe that every other civilization and every other religion is also right. We don't say our religion is alone right. Yes, we have certain belief systems, we follow it religiously, we also respect. So we speak of tolerance today. Why should I tolerate another religious person? I should be respectful of him. Only when I respect his religious beliefs will he respect mine. So I will speak about the essence of Christianity, Islam, Judaism, lastly largely Western religions, Sikhism, Buddhism, Jainism from this continent. There are many other religions, but we'll also have to look at the time for each and every e-lesson, right? So this is one subject. So there are a few other subjects I may have forgotten. All these subjects will come under level 2. So when you go through level 1, your foundation will be so good. When I've discussed Ramayana, Mahabharata here, when I discussed Indian astrology, then tatascha dvadashe mase chaitre navamike tithau nakshatre aditi daivatye loka swachcha samstheshu panchasu tells Valmiki while he discusses Rama's astrological science. So he mentions where the planets are, where the grahas are, and then based on that you come to Rama's horoscope. So you understand astrology, you understand astronomy, and how do we understand both as a science, and metallurgy and biological sciences. All these are interlinked. Let's not see them in silos. Maths is no different. In maths there is history. So we should understand how did this formula come into picture. Okay, how did this Madhava series come into picture. So all this, again, each e-lesson there will be again for 50 to 60 minutes. It may extend there as well. So Bharatiya Sarabodhani, level 1, level 2. Level 1 has certain set of subjects, level 2 has certain set of subjects. Now put together 20 e-lessons, 20 e-lessons, 40 e-lessons. Level 1 this year, level 2 next year. Who can take this course? Anybody who wishes to understand this civilization can take this course. Is there any age limit? There is no upper age limit. You could have completed 2 Sashtyabda Purtis. So a human lifespan, Shastram tells, has to complete 260 birthdays. So the first 60, it's called Sashti Abdha Purti. Then you have got the second, Dvisashtabda Purti. So 120 years. The only person whom I can think of is Saint Ramanuja, who lived for 120 years. So there is no upper age limit. Of course, where is the minimum age? We have suggested it could be 12 to 15. Below 15, I would suggest no. Below 12, no. Because making your child sit when he or she wants to play and sit for a rigorous course like this is tough. 12 years and above, 15 years and above is very good, but still 15 to 18 cannot register. You can ask your parents to register and you can sit along with them. Now, coming to piracy, I have made my discourses both in English and Tamil for free consumption. It's there on YouTube, anywhere in my website it is there. Now all this is for free. I don't make money out of it. I don't sell CDs or pen drives these days. Till about 2017-18 I was selling. After that it's completely made free. Now in such classes, please do not audio or video record. Take this as a Patashala. In a Patashala, when you sit before your teacher, what should you do? You should listen. If you want, you can take notes. Have this habit of listening and taking down your own notes, recording it and then listening at your leisure. This is not the way a course will work. Of course, I don't have a camera fixed in your house. Have some dedication, and remember, only when you're dedicated will that knowledge that you've acquired sustain. Otherwise, it will just go the way it has come. So have some dedication and have some sincerity towards a course. Only if you have that, come for this course. And something else, yeah. Now we subscribe to Netflix, we subscribe to Amazon series. There are wonderful series. Good. We watch that as a family. Why can't we take this as a family course? So there's a father, there's a mother, either the man's parents, the lady's parents, and their children. Of course, if they fall into that age category, all of them can sit and listen. It's just 1 hour on a Saturday, 1 hour on a Sunday. And remember, this is flexible. Suppose the first e-lesson is on Saturday. August 22nd, we are beginning for the first batch. August 22nd is Vinayaka Chaturthi. And if I remember right, the last class is on, e-class is on 25th October, which is Vijay Dashami. So we are beginning on a Vinayaka Chaturthi, ending on a Vijay Dashami. Now, let's assume the first e-lesson is on Saturday. Second e-lesson is on Sunday. I log in. I register, I pay, I log in. And once I log in, I sit for that 1 hour and listen. I want to listen again. You can. How many times? So this video of my e-lesson will be made available for 36 hours. So on this Saturday entire day until Sunday afternoon it will be made available. You can listen to that 1 hour class any number of times. But after 36 hours it will go. What do I do? Now people will not be thinking, what should I do in the 36 hours? They'll say, after 36 hours if I want to listen, you'll have to listen in that 36 hours, take down notes, and after the course is over, you want to listen to the course again, batch 2 will begin sign up again. So there should be some amount of dedication, and we need to develop memory skills. Of course, there are a lot of vegetables and fruits that help in your memory. Try some of them, and try some mind exercises you can. Now, why I'm telling it's a family course is, parents cannot wash away their responsibility and say, let my son listen. You also should listen. You should be the model, a role model for your children. So listen. I'm sure a lot of you will know a lot of this information. Why not? When we go for a movie, I know what is going to come in a Shakuntala Devi movie, yet I watch this. So do not come with the intent that I'm not going to learn anything new, I know everything. To me, I feel every day when I give a lecture, it's a learning for me. Same is the case with you. So grandparents, a lot of you may feel, why should I learn astronomy and astrology? This is the basic problem with Indian civilization. We believe that if I have to be religious, I have to stick only to Ramayana, Mahabharata and Puranas. And if I am a pass out of IIT and BITS, I have to believe in technology and I have to ridicule religion. Why? Will any prudent, nominally intelligent person do this? Why can't we take the best of both worlds? And when we have a civilization that has always believed in the best of both the worlds. So my earnest request is, all of you can listen, and when you're registering, you register in one name, and it will ask you for number of Sishyas. Suppose I want to register, along with me my wife, my child wants to listen. You pay for 3 people, and when you pay for 3, it is not 1 into 3. We would have reduced the cost for the second and the third person. So do not worry about it. And there is a cost for inside India and outside India, because the payment gateways are different. So look into the details. It's a very simple process. Go to www.desikadaya.org/AEP, Abhinava e-Patashala AEP. It will explain the course. Read about the course. There will be a register here button. Click that register here. Go to sign up page. Read the instructions. Click sign up. Go to the next page. There will be terms and conditions. Read the terms and conditions. View the video. Then click I agree to the terms and conditions. Then it will take you to the form. First name, last name, like any other form. Email confirmation will happen. Now when the email confirmation happens, please check your inbox, trash, spam, promotions page. You would have got a link. Click that, your email is confirmed. So that's going to be your username. There's a password, there's a first name, because your first name, last name will help you get a certificate. Now you may ask, what will I do with the certificate? It's just a token of appreciation of your dedication and sincerity. I am not guaranteeing you any job in any MNC or any boutique consulting firm. The best I can guarantee you is, as you listen to these classes, you will feel the bliss within you. This is all I can say. So you may say that I won't value the certificate. It doesn't matter to me. It's my duty as a guru for this course to give you a certificate. Now, then first name, middle name, last name, date of birth, and then there's a payment gateway. Why payment? So please remember, I have made a lot of content for free. Any knowledge that we acquire, we should be sincere enough to pay. And it may just cost you, for the entire course, twice the amount of a pizza or thrice the amount of pizza. This is all. It is a very, very minimal amount. We have to run this course on a LMS portal. There are lots of costs involved for the editing team, the video team, and so on. So I hope you will all appreciate the efforts taken. And I'm going to speak in English. This is my English, my Indian accent English. A lot of you would have signed in from the US, UK. I see a lot of entries coming from Europe as well. Since I was born and raised in this part of my country, my English will have a lot of English accent. I can't speak the masters and the fast. I can't get it. If you can understand my English, well and good. You're swagatam. You're welcome to the course. And hope to see you all soon. So the registration may close by August 11th or 12th. Please do log in and register before that. I hope I've answered most of your questions. And even if there are questions, park it aside. All your questions will be answered. And now don't come up with things like whether I'll be able to understand. I won't be able to judge whether you can understand or not. I want to make the content as understandable, enjoyable, comprehensible, and relatable as possible. Whether it's in your capability or not, it is in your hands to understand. Thank you so much. I see the amount of love. I was I was in fact overwhelmed looking at the responses, the hundreds and hundreds of registrations that we have got. Of course, we had a lot of questions coming in as well. So hope to see you all. Happy Shri Varamahalakshmi. Namaskara.